So, I've been wanting to have this little chit chat for a minute. Like, and before I start, I already know that it's going to be some people that are they're going to have some people that's upset with some of my views and how I feel about certain things. But I don't even care. Like, I don't even care. So, my topic of conversation, which is something that I have noticed, it's something that I've noticed throughout my career, as far as not career, but just as far as just being employed, period. And it is that our counterparts, Caucasian people, not all, but a lot, enough. I would say enough. And the only reason why this situation is actually coming up is because something that happened at work. And I don't understand. Sometimes I attribute a lot of things that I tell people because I'm a joking person. So I feel like that's sometimes the reason why they don't take me serious. But for the most part, if I tell you something, I know a lot of times I have to say I'm serious. But it was a situation that happened, and what I don't like in life is a bullshitter. So one thing that my parents, Hazel and John, instilled in me is that don't let nobody try to bullshit you. When I say try to bullshit you, a lot of people, and anybody who watches me, they probably know me. For those of you who don't, they have people, like, if I go somewhere, they be like, oh, now if I go somewhere and it's like an event and somebody say, oh, you look nice, I'll say thank you. But if it's just regular at work, either jobs, so I'll say, I know I look good all the time. That's not, I don't even care if people feel that's cocky or conceited, but my thing is, if you see a person and they look that way all the time, the only thing I could say is, if I'm looking busted, be like, damn, Carla, what's going on? I can understand that. But for somebody to repetitively say it, and I think it's more so because I'm African American, I don't know. I've been in a lot of pro-black stages right now. And I think this is one of my stages because it's a lot of shit that I see that I really, truly just don't appreciate. And, you know, oh my God, you're dressed so... And it's always from Caucasian people. I'll get it from black people. And sometimes people say, you know, Carla, I think you read too much into it. And that may very well be the case. However, I doubt it very seriously. So let's just talk about a situation that happened. It was one of my co-workers, mind you, haven't been there long, okay? And she was like, you know, I just need you to come in and sit down and be your cute self. Already, that's a red flag. I'm on high alert. So I'm like, what am I sitting in a meeting for that I know absolutely nothing? Like, you're telling me what the meeting is about, but I don't know. So what am I going in the meeting for? Okay. So I tell my other coworker. So the meeting commenced, and mind you, because this is gonna play a major role in the story that I tell, and this is probably gonna be a little lengthy one. She literally tells us probably 30 minutes before the meeting starts. Okay, and I'm like, well, shit, we haven't eaten lunch or nothing. Like, this is short notice. Now, mind you, you've been knowing about this meeting, but you just throwing us in the cross and just telling us, oh, this is when it is, and I really need y'all to be there to support me. But I can't be your underwire to your bra if I don't know what the hell really going on. And I'm understanding just by your disposition. When I tell you I'm a person that I read people very well, I read people very well. So I'm not gonna say you a liar, but I'm gonna say that you will tilly-tally around the truth. You're not very forthcoming with the truth. You won't tell the truth in its entirety. You'll tell half of it. So we get in the meeting, and I went to Southern and LSU. And one thing they always told me, and when you pay attention to anybody, whenever a meeting is commencing, Most of the time, if you all are together, you walk in there together, okay? So, me, my co-worker, the other young lady from another agency, I'm not gonna say anybody's names, but the other young lady from the other agency, she walks in too. So, but the person who told us about the meeting, she goes sit on the other side with the people who conducted the meeting that's not with us. So that's my second red flag. So I'm like, it's about to be some shit. So first of all, the people start talking. So mind you, I'm like, shit, I just got here, so I don't know nothing that y'all talking about. I'm not even trying to be funny when I say it, but I absolutely don't understand what this about. So they end up telling us what it's about. And like I said, she put us in some shit that we ain't have nothing to do. So the whole time, in the entirety of the meeting, she is absolutely saying nothing. I'm talking about Whitney Houston nothing. So I get my phone, because most of the time when we get our phones, and I know everybody, not everybody do this, but for the most part, people do this. If you in a meeting, you make sure you have your phone so you can text the person that's next to you, because you can't really say what you want to say out loud. So you text the person next to you and like, you see this shit? Okay, so I'm texting her and I'm like, she just sitting over there, she ain't saying nothing. And everything that the people talking about is stuff that she did. So the meeting is over with. I feel like during the meeting, they tried to throw the other lady from the organization under the bus, and I'm not about to let that happen. Even though I don't know what occurred, just investigate a little bit further and we'll see what happened. But I don't believe in throwing anybody under the bus, because I don't want to be thrown under the bus. So the meeting ended, you know, a text message was sent telling us to have that person's back, who in the meeting absolutely saying nothing to defend herself or anyone from our organization. Okay. So I'm like, okay, that's how we going. So it's one thing that I'm sick of, and that's people playing black women as the hostile black woman. And it's sad, because it's a conversation that I have often, and it's probably too often, that I have often with my coworkers. And one coworker in particular, she like, I don't want to. And at this point in my life, and I'm not rich at all. I ain't got, you know, I work 2 jobs, so you know I'm not rich. So I live comfortably. But my thing is, the way my parents raised me is, you never let anybody of any ethnicity, it matters less if they are Caucasian, Indian, whatever descent that they may come from, you don't let anybody disrespect you. So after the meeting, this person, she felt away. She felt like we took the other girl's side and did not take her side in its entirety. So my thing is, my daddy and my mama always told me one thing about it, baby, you gonna always be your best advocate. Can't nobody advocate for Carla like Carla. Like, even though my mama and my daddy love me, my children, they love me, my family, they love me, but when it comes to defending, I can be my best defense. Unless it's something criminal, but I ain't doing no illegal shit like that where I need an attorney. And that's when when to turn over the shit, and when it's above you. That's when it's considered above you, when it's something like that. But for the most part, if it's something, I can speak up for myself. So, you know, it was told to us that she felt like we didn't defend her in the meeting. You in the meeting. So how we gotta defend you in your own meeting? Okay. So I'm already knowing, because, and like I said, one thing about it, and the reason why I said about the whole you dress cute thing, that's one of the things that she always said to me when I first started there. You know, I love the way you dress, yada, yada, yada. It's just a BS tactic, basically. So it's just a BS tactic that some people use and say in order to make a person feel better. But you can't make me feel better when I already feel good about myself. Okay? Like, even in my depressive state, I never was like, oh, you ugly. I'm always cute. It's just I'm down, but I'm cute. That's period. So the next couple of days, you know, she got a little attitude. So I'm like, you know, whatever, okay. Shit, that's one, like, to me, anytime somebody nasty to me, shit, that's, to me, that's one less person that I gotta talk to. And I ain't messed up about it at all. So it came to a point where email was sent and it was about a meeting. So I kept asking about the meeting, So my supervisor told me, you know, just set up the meeting. I set up the meeting for the people who needed to be there that my supervisor told me needed to be there. The email is set for this. Now, mind you, it is about 8 people on this email. The only person who replied back was her. Now, mind you, she is literally 3 away from me. So if she have a question, she can literally get up. Any other time you come to my desk, when I don't want you at my desk, you get up and come over there. But this time you didn't. She sends an email. So she was like, I didn't get a request. I say, well, the supervisor didn't say that you needed to be in that said meeting. She gets upset. So she goes and backdoors and calls the supervisor like I'm lying. What the hell I gotta lie about what she said for? Okay, cool. So she sent me another email, says, are you gonna send me the invite or not? This is when Jesus stepped in. And the only reason why I say Jesus stepped in, because anybody that's watching this right now who know me and who have ever worked with me, they will tell you that one thing I'm not above is and I have children that I have to look up to me. So my behavior, I have to act accordingly. Now, mind you, if that was an African-American person, I shit you not, and you and I know that if I would have said that to her, I would have been called into the office. Now, mind you, the whole time that she's disrespecting me in the email, she's also attaching my supervisor in this. So I feel a certain way about that as well, because the first time, because I've worked corporate before, and I've been in emails before where somebody has been disrespectful to another person. And you know what that supervisor did? They stepped in. Okay, now this has gone too far. So that's not the end of it, because, you know, she said, are you gonna send me the invite or not? Y'all, the Tupac in me came out, because I sent back in all capital letters. In my head, I said, I wanted to say in all capital letters, who you talking to? She didn't, because one thing about it, I understand that a lot of them, they when it comes to that keyboard, they keyboard thugs. But when it comes to actual face-to-face wanting to talk, that they don't want to do that, because you already know that I'm gonna talk you down. Like Santana say, walk you down like a dog. I'm gonna talk you down like a dog, because first of all, you already listen. Promise you that. So, you know, nothing was you know, I talked to the supervisor about it. She, okay, Carla, you know that, you know, then you fake being a hostile black woman, but she don't say it directly. So, you know, she still sends emails every now and then with the same thing. So my whole purpose of this video is, I don't give a damn who it is. The only person that John and Hazel, my mom and my daddy, ever told me to be afraid of, and that was Jesus Christ. So you don't let nobody, I don't give a damn if it's the CEO. And to me, it's just, I don't know if and I hate to say, like, the president have people feeling, you know, entitled to do certain shit, but it's just like, I want to know where you get this courage from. Because, I mean, and like I said, the supervisor, she tagged in the emails. And another thing is, like, my thing is, because at first, anybody would tell you, baby, I would hold a grudge. Now, I am more so like, let's talk about it and get it over with. But what I have noticed in the corporate world, when they know that they are wrong, what they try to do is try to elongate, or either, because as of today, A conversation has never been had by myself, by my supervisor, and by that lady. Nothing has been said. Now the supervisor, she's basically our mediator. Now if I need something, or if she has some information that I need, hell yeah, I'm gonna walk over to her desk and I'm gonna ask what you know, give me what I need in order for me to do my job. But do we have to be buddy? Do we have? No, we don't have to do none of that, because I didn't ask for that in the beginning. The only thing I ask you to do is respect me. Just as you want respect, I want respect as well. And it's just like, you can't talk to people any kind of way, because another thing me and my coworker said, look, you don't know what nobody went through the night before. You don't know if somebody passed in their life. You don't know if they getting beat at home. You don't know if these people not eating. You don't know what a person is experiencing at their home life for you to come to work and mess with them. I really want to say, but for you to come to work and mess with these people and you don't know. So that's all I'm saying. Like, make sure that people respect you, because it's already hard being an African American woman and dealing with that stereotype of, you know, you hostile if you demand something to be, or not even hostile sometimes, but a bitch. You know, that's crazy to me. And everybody wants to be treated, you know, the same. So I don't understand why it's a problem.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Have a nice day. So everybody wants to be treated with dignity and respect, regardless of whatever your color is. So that was my, as they say, black woman rant, because it's just crazy that they, you know, it's certain things that you could just get away with and nobody says anything. And it's not all the time. Like, I didn't even expect the supervisor, when I say reprimand, I don't mean reprimand like write her up, but a conversation needs to be had as far as, you know, that the conversation that you had or the email you sent was inappropriate. Because the first thing that they do is that you have respect. That's in the clause, okay? I don't give a damn about you liking me. That's the least of my worries. But you do not have to like me. What you will do is respect me at all times, because I respect people. That's how my parents raised me. You don't disrespect people. You're not raised like that, because that's the first thing my mom and my daddy gonna say. Now you know you're not raised like that. And it's like, I don't know. I guess you've been doing it like that, or you been in that yes sir, yes ma'am type atmosphere with some people who will do that, because at times they do have people who at my job who do that to them, and I Lord Jesus, it's just not in me. That's just not in me. And I had a conversation with my mama the other day. I know y'all sick of hearing me say that, but I do. I have a lot of conversations with my mama. But I told my mama, I was like, Mama, I would have been either Harriet Tubman or probably one of the ones they would have hung, because my mouth too slick. And I just, that's something that my dad and my mom just instilled in me. Like, you just don't let nobody talk to you any kind of way. And that's it. And I try to do that the same way, especially when it comes to, if I see young people out and they do have kids, like, teach your kids to look in the mirror and speak clear, speak up, don't mumble, you know, don't hold your words back. You speak clearly, and whatever you say, you mean it. That's all. I don't know. It really that's the whole situation really just struck a chord, because, you know, I really feel like something should have been said about it, but like I said, as of today, nothing has been said. Nothing. So, you know, you go on with your life, you do your job, you do your due diligence, you take your ass home. And that's what I do. As long as you give me what I need to do my job, sis, we don't have to talk. We don't have to be friends. Maybe we don't have to speak. You ain't got to do none of that with me. You heard me? You don't. But, hun buns, I do want you to know that I do love you. Respect yourself so others can respect you as well. That's all I can give you. And that's from an angry black woman. And I will be that. If that's what I need to be to get what I need to do in this life, you have to stand for something. And I will stand, as the kids say, 10 toes down on that one. So, I love you guys for watching, and I hope my rant was helpful to somebody. Stay strong, sis. Don't let them do you any kind of way down to that job, okay? I love you.